how are you all? Hope you guys are doing really well. So today's look is this modern contemporary daytime smoky eye, which is very wearable. So in case you want to know how I achieved this look, then continue to watch this video. I've already prepped and primed my skin and I'm going to head straight to the foundation. I'm using my trusty Maybelline Fit Me foundation and using a beauty blender, I'm gonna just pat it on my skin. Take your time in blending. Bring the foundation to your neck and the areas that are open and visible. Also cover your ears. I'm going to take my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer on a small blending beauty blender and just patting it under my eyes, on my dark circles. I'm going to mix another concealer with it to highlight my under eye areas. This I'm just using to hide my dark circles because it's the exact same color of my skin. So I'm just patting it also on my eyelids. I'd also like to use my fingers to blend because the warmth of your fingers melts the product and the product just sets very nicely on your skin, so it gives a nice finish too. The next concealer that I'm using is the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is a tad bit lighter than my skin, so I'm just applying in a triangular shape under my eyes. The usual highlighting areas, the Cupid's bow and my chin. Again, using the small beauty blender, I'm gonna just blend it for a flawless finish. So the concealer cancels out any darkness on your skin and really brings a lot of light to your face. Now I'm done with the concealer and I'm gonna set everything with the powder, and I'm using my trusted RIMMEL Stay Matte powder. I think it's in the shade Transparent 001. I'm gonna write down everything below. So just patting the powder so that the cream product absorbs the powder and stays put. So I'm just setting everything, whatever I concealed, I'm setting everything with this powder. I'd like to contour a little bit, just a little bit of shading, because I'm not going very heavy duty on contouring because it's a day look and I don't want to look very made up. So just a little bit of contouring. Just to chisel up my cheekbones. Fish face, guys, make a fish face and your contouring is sorted. Tad bit on the jawline. That's it. A little bit I'm using a small angle brush to contour my nose. So once I'm done with contouring, I'd like to start with my bronzing. I love bronzing. I've told you guys before also, this is my favorite step of makeup and I just love to apply it. The bronzer that I'm using here is the RIMMEL one. It's the sun bronzer and I'm just blending it on my cheekbones, a little bit on my nose. I think I've applied too much on my forehead. So guys, whenever you have, this is just a tip, if you think you've applied a lot of product somewhere on your face and you wanted to tone it down, just use your setting powder. I use the RIMMEL one. So just use that over the areas where you've applied more product and it will really tone it down. So as you can see, it has toned down my bronzer. So that done, I'm gonna start with my eyes now. So for my eyes, this is a daytime smoky look. So instead of using black, which you usually use for your smoky eyes, I'm using brown so that it doesn't look too stark in the daylight. So take a brown kohl pencil and just apply it in a thick line over your eyelids. You can be shabby, that's not an issue, because everything will have to be blended later on. Just make sure you cover the gaps between your lashes. So see, it's untidy, but since it will be blended, everything will be good. So here I'm just taking this pencil brush and just blending everything out. See? What I'm gonna do next is I'd like to draw my crease first. Just use a little bit of color on my crease. I can also use my bronzer. So take any sand colored eyeshadow or take your bronzer and just define your crease a little bit. Some more. Go little by little, because if you add more product, it will be difficult to remove. So just add little by little. Right. So I'm using this INGLOT eyeshadow. It's a very peach toned eyeshadow, but it has some shimmer in it. So peach with brown I feel is a great combination, and that's the reason I'm using this eyeshadow. I don't want you guys to really heavily pat the eyeshadow on your eyes, but I just wanted to just smudge the eyeshadow with the product, with the kohl that you've applied. So you will see I'm not patting it, rather just washing it over the eyes. See? It looks beautiful. Now, when you've smudged the eyeshadow with your kohl has almost disappeared. Go ahead and reapply it once again and then smudge it once again. That's the concept of smoky eye. The smokiness is created by smudging the kohl, reapplying it, smudging it again. That's the concept for smoky eyes. So I've applied it again and I'm going to smudge it again. And the second time you smudge, you should be able to notice some kind of line on your eyes. So you stop smudging once you see that the line is still there. And as you can see, there's a beautiful gradient on your eyes. Looks amazing. Now, if you want, you can go once again with your kohl. Just a very thin line closest to your lashes. Don't go heavy board with it. I'm gonna just apply some highlight on my eyebone area. So I'm using this highlight shade from the Smashbox palette. Use something which is not very stark and out there. So just using, because it's a daytime look, you don't want to go very bright and sparkly on your eyes. Once you've done that, just take a fluffy blending brush and blend everything. Now if you want, you can do the same step on your lower lash line, but in daytime I don't like to apply a lot of kohl on my lower lash line, so I will leave it like that. But I'm gonna use a nude liner to just line my lower waterline so that I look very awake, as I'm not using anything on my lower lash line. So this nude liner, it really adds a lot of life to your eyes and your eyes look awake. Notice the difference between the two eyes. So just apply it nicely. Next I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I am using my NYX micro brow pencil in the shade Brunette. So the first step is to just comb it through your brows so that you get an idea of the shape that you have, and then work accordingly. I'm just drawing artificial hair so that my brow looks a little fuller. Once you feel you've covered all the area of your eyebrow, just brush the spoolie through your eyebrows to blend whatever product you've applied, and it will give a very seamless finish. Set your eyebrows with the help of a brow mascara. I'm using the NUDE one over here. Just, you see the difference, guys? It really makes a huge difference. So brows look full but natural. I'm going to move to the next step, which is curling my lashes. So just look straight into the mirror and press the curl. Press it at least 10 times to have a good, nice curl. Once you have that curl, just apply the mascara straight. Do not move on to curling the next one before applying mascara on the first one, because the curl will not set well. I'm not using falsies here because it's a very daytime look and I don't want to look very made up. If you want to do the lower lashes, go ahead and do it. It's a pretty optional step because anyways you've not applied anything on the lower lash line. If you want to make it look clean, go ahead and skip the mascara on the lower lash line. Mascara done. Moving on to the blush and highlight. So I'm going to use my Sephora blush over here, And where's my blush brush? Yeah, I'm using this brush by BRUNETTE. You can smile and apply it on the apple of your cheek, or you can just make a fish face like this and apply it like this. Next, I'm gonna highlight a little bit. The highlighter that I'm using is from the Maybelline Master Sculpt palette in medium dark. This is the highlighting side that I'm going to use. So just take a little bit, tap off the excess and go on your high planes of your cheek. Don't go too overboard with your highlights because it's a daytime look. I think I'm stressing too much on this, but yeah, you need to remember this, guys, otherwise in the daylight is quite unforgiving. A little bit on the eyebrow bone, over here, a little bit on the bridge of my nose. The last step is the lipstick, and I'm going to line my lips first using this KIKO Milano lip liner. I have already prepped my lips with the lip balm, so I would like to absorb the excess oil on my lips. Okay, so I'm using this lip liner. It's in the shade number 533. Go ahead and draw the line. Now just fill your lips with the same liner. This will create a base for your lipstick and your lipstick will stay put. Guys, always try to smile when you're applying your lipstick or your liner, because there are a lot of crevices that you can see on your lips when you're smiling. So just stretch your lips and then fill them with the liner. Now I'm going to use a lipstick which is a peach color. It's from Maybelline and it's called Make Me Blush. What pretty name? Make Me Blush. Okay, just take it on the lip brush and go over the line that you've drawn. Do not forget to join your lips in the corners. It's very important to have a connectivity of both the lips. Some people, they forget to join the corners of the lips, and then there's a gap when they laugh or smile. That gap is very easily visible and looks really bad. So always connect. You see that the color has lightened a bit. Go ahead and apply your lipstick again. You can even go straight from the bullet. Go ahead and again press the tissue paper against it. And that's it. That is the finished lip, guys.